of our founder flames. This right here is an embodied form of the violet ray spectrum.
Tap in and tune in Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern. Live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Grand Rising with ChristoLight, your sacred space for discovering the Ascended Masters in crystal healing. Ashe.
Violet flame holders. When enough of the violet flame holders have embodied their corrected fire letter sequences as a result of the ongoing corrected violet wave plasma activations, this aligns with the metagalactic core and generates major shifts in the planetary architecture that correct the alien machinery reversals that have previously distorted the planetary 7D violet ray current. So black dragon entities attempted to hijack those with Azurite memories on Gaia by running the red Nile cube, coding it in their target's light body, which included inverted 7D violet ray transmissions of phantom codes from the Gaian shadow body and false feminine violet reversals that run imposter identities using the ruby sun DNA. So the violet ray carries the divine properties of love, mercy, compassion, spiritual transfiguration, and transformation and freedom. The violet flame invocation should be performed on Saturdays, when this ray is its strongest expression. With the violet ray, the crown chakra is basically our synergy point for our physical and our mental energies to come together.
With such as the number 29. It is linked to this archangel in particular because it brings about tranquility, clarity, and supports the integration of different parts of oneself.
All right, so Saint Germain, who is also sometimes referred to as Master Rakosi or Master R, is a legendary spiritual master of the ancient wisdom and is said to be the master of the seventh ray and the bringer of the Age of Aquarius. He is identified with the historical count of Saint Germain in 1710 to 1784.
Who is Ascended Master Lady Portia? 1. She's known as a symbol of justice and karmic balance. It's said that she assists individuals in understanding and resolving their karmic issues, helping them find balance and harmony in their lives. 2. In some teachings, Lady Portia is considered the twin flame of Saint Germain. Another.
So ChristoLight, it helps with protection against negative energy. It also aids in emotional and physical healing. It can be used for Reiki healing, meditation, aura cleansing, and kind of hard to see. And then lastly, I have a chevron amethyst right here. Good old amethyst. Now I am releasing what is in the way of my goals and clarity. Hey, grand day, everybody. Welcome to a fresh, brand new episode of the lovely series, Grand Rising with ChristoLight. I am your host, Marcus ChristoLight, founder of Sacred Light Healing and Wellness. Sacred Light Healing and Wellness, for those of you that are new, is a container. It is a logos for allowing the bridging of community worldwide, as well as helping supply and bring a more central hub and easier, efficient access to our deep knowledge of self when it comes to accessing our Christ light within. And with that, I help us get into contact and come across various practices, tools, strategies, ways of life, not only through myself, but through others around the world, through these podcasts, these series, these healing sessions that I offer, the retreats that I host, and much more. And if you guys have any questions about any of my services or retreats, feel free to reach out and I'll gladly guide you along the way. And then if you just check out down below on the ticker, I have my link page where you can check out all of my retreat signups, the services, the Reishi coffee, and more. So I want to thank you guys all for tuning in and being with me for this episode, the 8th ray. And the last episode, as you guys saw, we talked about the violet ray, which is the 7th ray of light. We talked about the reversal violet ray that has been taken and placed upon humanity in this earth, that we have been able to very, very prevalently see happening. But at the same time, we also learned about how the age of Aquarius has began being ushered in. And with that, we're going through a transformation with the violet flame on this planet with Saint Germain, who is the head of the age of Aquarius. So with that, let's go ahead and dive in to our self-scan, self-check-in. And then we'll begin diving into our focus for today. So for the self-scan, self-check-in, just get yourself comfortable, relax your body, relax those shoulders and your back nice and straight. Relaxing our jaw, our toes, and our fingers. And then we'll begin in 44 seconds. All right. So let's go ahead and begin. I'm just going to draw us and guide us through the mind, then the emotions, and then the physical body with our breath. This is an introspective practice. So you can close your eyes and go into a meditation for this. And we're going to focus on the breath, deeply breathing in through the nose. Breathing out of the mouth. In through the nose. Breathing out of the mouth. As we breathe, we are beginning to focus on the mind. As we focus on the mind, we are observing, not absorbing. As we begin to observe, are we having looping negative thoughts, continuing the cycle inside of our mind? Do we have self-sabotaging as well as unconscious attachments that we are forming through our mind, whether it's past experiences, past lifetime past relationships? Are we in fear of the future? Or are we escaping by staying in the future? If any of this is present, may we breathe, observe, and let go without judgment these energies from our mind. Breathing as we soften our mind and our thoughts, beginning to adjust the vibration of the thought forms that we're having, uplifting, having mental clarity and balance in the hemispheres with every breath. And as we continue to breathe, we now drop down into our emotional body and feel and observe our emotions. And as we observe our emotions, have we been unconsciously overwhelmed or consumed by our emotions? Have we been in fight or flight or triggered very easily and projecting that upon others? Have we been maybe holding on to and dwelling in the energy of pain, anger, resentment, or fear? Are we feeling like we may be in lack or scarcity when it comes to finances? If any of this is present in your emotional field, may we breathe to restore balance, clarity, and stability to our emotional field. Our emotions are becoming lighter and more fluid, allowing our electromagnetic field to flow more easy. So we now drop into our physical body, bringing focus there, beginning to breathe deeply through our cells, into our blood, bones, muscle, tissue, and ligaments. Breathing into our neurological organs, glands, chemical system. Breathing into these areas where we may have ailments currently, or dis-ease, or cancerous cells. Breathing in fresh oxygen and breath of life to jolt the electricity and the health and well-being of our physical body. And as we breathe into our physical body, may we take a moment to listen to what our conscious vehicle has to say. Maybe it's something it needs: rest, recharge, nourishment, vitamins and minerals, hydration, stretching, action. Whatever it may be in this moment, allow yourself to receive the organic message of your conscious body. Now taking a moment to be present and feel this balance, this harmonization of our mind, emotions, and physical body. Taking final breaths. As that does it for our self-scan, self-check-in for today on this Thursday. When you're ready, you may open your eyes, continue forward as we begin to explore the 8th ray, the Aqua violet ray. Feel free to share how that self-scan, self-check-in was for you in the comments, whether you're live or on the replay. And now we're going to learn a little bit about the Aqua ray.
Why do so many spiritual seekers talk about the Aqua ray? Is it just a color or something more? Let's find out together. The 8th ray, known as the Aqua ray, isn't just a shade between blue and green. It's believed to be a bridge, a cosmic energy that connects our hearts to higher wisdom. Imagine a light that soothes like water, yet sparkles with the promise of new beginnings. Mystics say the Aqua ray unlocks compassion, clarity, and creative flow. It's an invitation to heal old wounds and awaken your intuition. Some even claim meditating with this ray can expand your consciousness and help you sense the unity of everything around you. Whether you view it as a spiritual tool or just a beautiful idea, the Aqua ray whispers that there's more to life than meets the eye. Ready to explore its secrets? Hit subscribe and join us as we reveal how to tune into the magic of the 8th ray. Your mystical adventure starts now.
The Aqua ray, the 8th ray. All right. So the Aqua ray, the 8th ray. Time to dive in and explore this wonderful, wonderful divine ray of light. So we're going to start with ascensionglossary.com, as you guys have seen in just about every single episode. All right. So the Aqua ray. The Aqua ray, the 13th gate biocirculatory system, has been connected and is being held down by a very small group of embodied cosmic ascended masters that can hold one or more of the Aqua ray, blue ray levels of coding. These are the Aqua blue ray holders, and those of the first order are very few in numbers embodied on this planet. Systematically, indigos with a genetic coding capability are being circulated and linked to become links or holders of this Aqua ray, out of necessity to stabilize it permanently into the planetary grid and the Earth core. This is to link the 13th gate, opening the connections into the Andromeda core to access the star body of the original body of the Mother Earth. This is the inner alignment to the inner core of the Mother Earth body in Andromeda, of which the ultraviolet liquid plasma field is generated from the crystal in the aquiline sun. The process of recoding the 6D indigo field is a massive project underway that began with a major planetary power grid takeover conflict that began in December of 2009. Small amounts of starseed beings have been experimenting on how to recode the indigo 6D harmonic with the Aqua ray of Mother Ark, which leads us into the aquiline sun to override the distortions existing with the 6D conscious field, such as the 666 seal. Mother Arc. Guardians are calling this aspect of Mother Aquamarine Ray energy and magnetic force powering up in our Earth core through the newly reconnected levels of the 9D quadra Merkabah structure, the Mother Arc. It is similar to understanding we have poked a hole in the mind-controlled frequency fence net and reconnected our handshake hub to reconnect with the Mother Arc, the Aqua Ray, and the aquiline sun through Andromeda core. It is through the Mother's perfect proton seed or cosmic egg, accessed through the aquiline sun, that creation can heal itself to its original divine blueprint. Through our beloved Mother Arc, we are able to access the aurora fields. The aquiline sun, as well as the plasma rays of the 7 sacred suns, which are the crystal liquid luminal light and 7 main crystal sound tones that heal us. Aquafarian. When the Mother Arc 13th gateway was ignited in the Earth core, the inner gates which connected to Andromeda were opened through the crystal core of the Earth. The protectors of the crystal core are these Christic races called Aquafarians or Aqualines. That's pretty cool. What a start. Such good stuff already. So we're going to look at Aquiline Sun. Then we'll look at the Aquafarians. So the Aquiline Sun. The planetary body is nested with multiple blueprint structures that are contained within the 5 spheres of creation: planetary, solar, galactic, universal, and cosmic. The guardians of crystal star consciousness have been streaming plasma waves in all layers of the Earth's blueprint in order to raise her frequencies and to fully anchor the plasma infusions coming from the galactic waves of solar light. Guardian forces have been acquiring solar plasma light from the suns of Sirius B, then transmitting it into the first levels of aquiline healing energy into the Earth. This is also for the purpose that we begin to receive and transmit plasma light directly from the Earth plane and on the surface crust. Prior to this being made available, Starseed grid workers would leave off planet to infuse these galactic frequencies into the Earth body, so that the human body eventually could connect with that same frequency. This has been successful, and now it is possible to connect with galactic sun frequencies right from the Earth plane. Plasma infusions have been made into the Earth's core, which include the process of weaving solar light from the galactic suns down into the Earth's core sun frequencies, allowing the fusion between multiple solar bodies to occur. Mother Earth's inner sun. This has activated the Mother Earth's inner sun frequencies, which appear now as deep ultraviolet and bluish waves of oscillating plasma light. The blue flame merge is from the 5D core in parallel Earth, and the violet flame is from the 7D core in parallel Earth. Together they unite the ultraviolet blue light with their galactic sun counterparts. The galactic sun frequency has been transmitting from above and now anchoring into the Earth's core, gradually merging together and braiding completely with the Earth sun. The plasma light that is being generated is from the merge that occurred with the galactic suns, which is transmitting from above, while the Earth sun is transmitting from deep below. This complete connected circuit of the galactic plasmic light transmissions that is coming from the Earth plane is called the aquiline sun frequencies. Man, how cool is that? Okay, so now we have the Aqua galaxy. The original crystal galaxy of the original diamond body is located in the God worlds in the 7 higher heavens and is called Aqua Lasha. Crystal River Host has a gyrodome technology used to seal off phantom area of wormholes into impenetrable quarantine. The gyrodome has been placed in the infiltrated areas between the 8th layer galactic plane and the black hole connection that leads into the 9th metagalactic layer of the Andromedan galaxy. Essentially, this seems to be stages of healing or sealing the time rip that exists between our Milky Way galaxy and the Andromedan galaxy. Aquari races live on the 3rd dimensional planet in the Aqualash galaxy in sections called Aquiferium. And this specific 3D planet Eartha acts as a host shield for our planet Earth at this time in order to directly assist all human beings during the ascension cycle. All right. The last one for this, and then we'll move on. Aquiferium. The Aquiferian races that were a part of the original crystal star human race lines that became extinct in the universal time matrix after the electric wars, they have returned to this troubled universal time matrix as the crystal star ascension hosts to help the planet undergo the end cycle and transits. When the Mother Ark 13th gateway was ignited in the Earth core, the inner gates which connected to Andromeda were opened through the crystal core of the Earth. The protectors of the crystal core are of these Christic races called Aquiferians, or Aquari lines. The Aquiferian councils from Andromeda started to be able to be in contact with the Indigo race lines approximately early 2008. The first contact with them was in spring equinox 08, and they were a part of the councils helping to hold Mother Ark Aqua Ray principle in the core, and help to activate the crystal hearts or sophionic body for the planet. To help the Mother Earth to ascend, she must access her higher original emanation star body, which is in Andromeda. Mother Earth's star body is a crystal body which emanates liquid, ultraviolet, and aqua plasma waves in her core. These are liquid crystalline fields of plasma generated from the rays of the aquiline sun. Many of us are genetically related to the Aquiferian races, which have a direct relationship to Christ lineages. Some of us will undergo genetic rehabilitation through our Aquiferian DNA links, which connect us to future planets in Andromeda galaxy. The Aquiferian lines are able to heal and remove the genetic damage created by the fallen angelics and their 666 seal by returning back into the Andromedan core records. For some of us, this is our future ascension, or from Christo's body in the next incarnation. Wow. How interesting is that? I'm gonna read this too. 4 Pillars of Man. One of the Guardian planetary grid networks defined for advanced HGS session works as 12 Guardian of Tribal Shield Easter Island Fire opens to Aurora, Aquiferian and Crystal Star through 12 Sound Pillars, intersecting with all 3 Earth planes and human 144 tribal genetic memories, retrieving and healing genetic memories, as well as ET identity, starseed genetic healing on Earth or on other planets and specified. Wowzers. There's a lot of good stuff here. You guys can always check out more for yourself. The Shield of Blue Feathers, Quarantine and Rescue Mission. This is all on ascensionglossary.com, and it's down below in the description for you guys. So we're going to continue on to another site where it talks about this beautiful ray of light. Welcome in, Logan. Good to see you, Goddess Delphi. If you guys have anything to share about this Aqua ray or any of the Aquarian beings, let me know. Andromeda as well. So the 8th ray of transcendence. The keyword is transmutation. And then the qualities are courage, justice, integrity, wisdom, stability, equilibrium, unconditional love, understanding, unity, and infinite expansiveness. The colors are, you can say aqua or seafoam green, and then it also has a connection with bits of the violet ray as well. It's known to help the solar plexus as well as the thymus. And the thymus, which we're about to talk about, is also known as the higher heart chakra. And then here has some different ways to connect as well. Archetypes, advocate, artist, healer, poet, and warrior. Corresponding to the Sephirs and Jacob's ladder. Strength over understanding. Now I'll just read a little bit more. So it says, the 8th ray of transcendence is primarily an extension of the 7th ray of ceremonial magic, which is the violet ray. Although it is influenced too by the 4th ray, which is going to be the white ray, through conflict in the 5th ray, which is going to be the green ray, of concrete knowledge. Hence, we see a ray that has the ability to take abstract concepts as well as scientific principles and present them in an organized and structured format based on equilibrium and a deeper sense of the one unity consciousness. Primarily at this stage, there is a level of emotional maturity and focus within the soul consciousness of the person working under the influence of the 8th ray. And they usually have a knowing of their life purpose or are already working in a service role. The word transcend is described as extending beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. This is a good word to describe the qualities of the 8th ray of transcendence. This ray will assist you as you move beyond the limitations imposed by your negative ego aspects, your 3 lower bodies, and in particular your subconscious mind. In so doing, you transcend your dualities through the sacred flame of transcendence, and furthermore, come into a deeper experience of one unity consciousness. Wow, how beautiful. So that's just a little bit more about the 8th ray of light. It's giving mermaids. Oh yeah, definitely. It's so, as we read, this ray also connects with Sirius B. And Sirius B is one of the great water planets that we are connected with. And in Sirius B, that's the home of, the dolphins, the whales, some mermaid beings, as well as other intergalactic water mammals, which is pretty cool, gotta say. All right, so we're going to go ahead and continue on, and we're going to talk about the higher heart chakra, which I feel like is such a great chakra to talk about when it comes to this aqua ray. So the higher heart chakra, it is located at the thymus, or the top of the chest, right below the throat. And then the hertz is 128 hertz. So you can utilize 128 hertz to help balance and activate your higher heart center. The colors associated is aqua and pink. Then it occupies your nerves, your breast, your blood, your hands, and your immune system. It is also the center for transmuting darkness into pure light. Then accessing joyful energy. is also where we have faith and tolerance and our detached Christ love. Then lastly, it is the bridge between our intellect and our emotions. The reason why it's, called the Christ heart and its reference to Christ is because through the higher heart chakra, it's like an automatic filter system. It's like an automatic transmutation center where the energies that we absorb, it then transmutes and releases out of our higher hearts through the empathy that we collect through our regular heart chakra. So when we collect the empathy from others, it then circulates through the regular heart, it then rises up to the higher heart chakra and releases back into pure joy and pure source energy out of the higher heart. And it's also called the Christ heart because when you think about Yeshua and others that walk in a embodied Christ path, they have a very high tolerance for other human beings as they go through their shadows, as they go through the contrasts of life, not holding their mistakes personal, not blaming and shaming. And that is an example of having a healthy and activated higher heart chakra within your being, is that you feel that automatic inner peace, holding space for others, knowing that people are going to make mistakes, knowing that they may project on you, knowing that they may even try to kill you. And the reason why I say that is because that is what happened to Yeshua. They actually killed him for being himself. And they've done it to many others. But my point, though, is that despite everything that he went through, despite all the heckling and all of the demeaning, all of the demonizing that Yeshua went through, he still had an open higher heart chakra and embodied that. That's why he said to the Father, forgive them as they do not know what they are doing. Forgive them for their ignorance. O thee of little faith. This is all wording of having a healthy higher heart chakra, being able to transcend our personal feelings in our regular heart chakra. He said, boom, proofs of the pudding. Yes. I know, Logan, where is everybody, man? I kind of miss the days where we all used to be together in these lives. Let's just call them back in. Send out the telepathic rays. The dolphin sonar rays. We're calling you guys in. But I'm grateful for all of you that are here present now. And I'm glad that we're enjoying this space together. All right, so we're talking about some blockages in the higher heart chakra. So blockages can manifest from feelings of unworthiness, or if we are blocked, it can develop into feelings of unworthiness. Also, mistrusting your intuitive nature. So whenever you reject your intuition, whenever you decide to hold on to emotions and suppress them and stuff them, dwell on the emotions and experiences instead of releasing and alchemizing, then those are ways to block up the higher heart. And also what can happen too is you can lose a sense of purpose to your higher self and your higher purpose whenever it's blocked up. Oh, I love that. Praise Source, open their higher hearts. Ashe. Forgiveness. That's right. Forgiveness indeed. Forgiveness is something for another time, but yeah, forgiveness is It's a little bit more different than we may perceive sometimes. Oftentimes we may think that forgiveness is a physical thing, like you have to physically talk to somebody or see them, but forgiveness can be done energetically and mentally from a long distance. And that is kind of where cord clearing and cord cutting comes in, where you let go of the experiences, you let go of the energy forms that are surrounding the interaction or the connection. And then with the releasing of it, you can then free your energy field back up into more wholeness as you continue in your present moment. All right, so that is the higher heart chakra and its connection to the aqua ray, or the 8th ray of light, that we have been journeying through. So now, let's go ahead and take a moment and have a pause. Take a moment to reflect, digest. And coming up next month, I have a 2-day drum medicine retreat coming up in Ohio called Soul Family Rising. There'll be elemental workshops, we'll have a shamanic drum maker, and some other wonderful things going on. Check it out. And then when we get back from this little preview or promo, we will dive into ascended masters and guides, as well as crystals that can help us connect with this 8th aqua ray.
Why do so many seekers say their lives changed after one weekend in nature? Could a drum beat really open your heart? Come find out at Soul Family Rising. On September 13th and 14th, journey with us to Lake Hope in the heart of Zaleski State Forest, Ohio, for a 2-night elemental drum medicine retreat like no other. Surrounded by ancient trees and fresh air, you'll step into a true soul family, where connection, healing, and laughter are all part of the rhythm. Our flow shops are led by an incredible team. Christina Cheyenne of Sacred Vibrations, Victoria Ann Ilg, Heather Lynn of Heart Alchemy Wellness, and Marcus ChristoLight of Sacred Light. They'll guide you in elemental practices that bring balance and clarity, tapping into earth, water, fire, air, and spirit. Plus, don't miss our special guest, Chuck Wilson of Walkin' Drums, a master shamanic drum maker whose drum flow shop is truly unforgettable. Whether you're new to drumming or a seasoned spirit traveler, you'll feel the power of rhythm to awaken and heal. All meals, blessed with love and gratitude by Grandmother Katie Singing Eagle, are included, with vegetarian options so everyone feels nourished. Bring your kids, your parents, your friends. This retreat is truly family-friendly, with ages 8 and under free, 9 to 16 just $20, and adults only $55 for the whole weekend. Camping, meals, flow shops, all covered. Just bring yourself, an open heart, and a sense of wonder. Space is limited, so register now by scanning the QR code or visiting the link on our flyer. Questions? Text Marcus ChristoLight at 513-238-5580. This September, let's rise together. Your soul family is waiting.
Soul family is waiting. Welcome in, Christian. What? Christian Dixie in the house. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Okay, so now we're gonna have some fun and dive into some ascended masters and wonderful beings that we can connect with when it comes to activating and having more of this aqua ray in our life. So we'll go ahead and begin with the first, and she has actually also been mentioned already with the 6th ray, and the 6th ray is the ray of the ruby ray, the ruby ray of light. But she also is apparently an ascended master of all the rays.
We come then to Nada, the Lord of the 6th ray. She is the Lady Master, the one feminine being who does serve as one of the lords of the 7 rays. These masters are charged by God and by Jesus to help everyone evolving on planet Earth realize their potential on one of these 7 rays. They are very busy. It is definitely a full-time job, and that's why they have their universities of the spirit. I'd like to give you an opportunity to sing to all of the Chohans by singing to Nada. But first I want to tell you about Nada. She lived as priestess in the Temple of Love on Atlantis. She was a lawyer on Atlantis, and she also had a healing temple. As a lawyer, she became an expert in the defense of souls oppressed by the spoilers in the earth. Here is a mural reminiscent of her fiery determination to defend the people that were burdened. Her final incarnation was 2,700 years ago, showing that the path of personal Christhood has always been the divine plan for all. Jesus came as a reminder of that path. In that incarnation, she was the youngest of a large family of exceptionally gifted children. The archangel of the 3rd ray, whose name in the feminine manifestation is Charity, appeared to her at an early age and taught her to draw God's love from the flame in her heart and to radiate it into the nature kingdom for the blessing of life, to expand her threefold flame for the quickening of the chakras on behalf of her brothers and sisters. As a result of her ministration and service to her family and the keeping of the flame on their behalf, they became accomplished in their fields of endeavor, though she remained anonymous. Her attainment in that life was pure love. She once said in a dictation, "I give you my love, for all else I have already given away." The motto of her disciples is, "I serve, I am my brother's keeper, and the servant is not greater than his Lord." Nada comes to us then in the footsteps of Jesus Christ. It is his path that she teaches. Nada teaches the unfolding of the rose of the heart. She speaks of the heart as a many, many petaled rose. She gives us a training for the mastery of the solar plexus, whose color is purple and gold. Jesus promised his disciples that out of the belly would flow rivers of living water, signifying that the belly, or the solar plexus chakra, is the instrument for the 6th ray, the Piscean age dispensation. Jesus is the Prince of Peace, and your solar plexus is the place where you radiate peace. You notice the Buddhas in meditation often have their hands about at that place, either in their lap or at the place of the solar plexus. So the Buddha, or the enlightened one, brings peace. Nada uses Jesus' retreat over Saudi Arabia to teach us, and she develops the sensitivity of the heart of all those petals of the rose for our receiving the gift of the Holy Spirit of diverse kinds of tongues and the interpretation of tongues. She uses the gemstone, the topaz, ruby, alexandrite, and diamond with pearl. The pink topaz has the same function as the yellow topaz, which I already mentioned, which is development of divine wisdom in the heart, as well as the crown, and the work with the secret rays. Alexandrite is extremely rare. It's a green gemstone, first discovered in the Ural Mountains in 1830, so named because it was discovered on the day of Prince Alexander of Russia's coming of age. Its main characteristic is that it changes color. In candlelight or other light, it is rich in red rays, and it turns a violet red. Here's the same alexandrite, which turned violet. Most people think of alexandrite as a violet gem, since many jewelers sell synthetic violet sapphire as alexandrite, even though it does not resemble the true alexandrite.
The preceding lecture was given by Elizabeth Clare Prophet, world-renowned author and spiritual teacher. The Summit Lighthouse is an international spiritual organization dedicated to universal enlightenment. Founded in 1958, the Summit Lighthouse has been a beacon of truth to thousands worldwide and a leader in New Thought spirituality. The preceding program has been brought to you by the Summit Lighthouse. For more information, call 1-800-245-5445 or visit our website at www.tsl.org. Outside the USA, call 406-848-9500 or write to the Summit Lighthouse, 63 Summit Way, Gardner, Montana, 59030 USA.
All right. So that is the main Ascended Master when it comes to this 8th ray. And that is Lady Nada. And just as we just saw, she is also the Ascended Master of the 6th ray as well. So it's very fascinating to discover that she not only was the 6th ray Ascended Master, but she also helped govern the 8th ray as well. And as we know, she has a connection with that purplish energy. So it makes sense why the aqua is the ray right after the violet, and that there's a connection within them. So we'll continue on. And now we're going to talk about another connection that connects with this beautiful ray of light. And I'm sure you guys are going to really enjoy this one, as this is not about a ascended master or an archangel, but this is about a star cluster and a type of group of beings, a lineage, starseed lineage, that we are star family with, and a lot of us are familiar with as well, and probably work. And I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. It's about a 5 to 6 minute video. It's actually 555 long, and you guys are gonna really enjoy this. They connect with this Aqua ray gate as well.
Are you a Pleiadian? Have you ever wondered if you are from another planet? You might be wondering if you were abducted by aliens as a child. Or did your parents tell you that you were found in a cabbage patch or on their doorstep? So, how do you determine if you are from the Pleiades? I have had regular contact with them and can confirm their existence. Not only do they exist, but they are here to help us as we make our evolution into fifth dimensional beings. They have left us many clues to aid in this evolution. The Pleiadians are eager to connect with those who resonate with their energy and frequency. They hail from the star cluster known as the Pleiades and its 7 main stars. Some sources say that there are actually more stars in this cluster, but those are the main ones visible from Earth. The Pleiadians are humanoid and possess many characteristics similar to humans, including the same number of fingers and toes as us. They can live up to 800 years. Some are the same size as humans, and some are much taller than humans, averaging between 6'5" and 7 feet in height. In addition to the above, Pleiadians also have not only blue eyes, pale skin, and blonde hair, but they have different skin tones, eye, and hair colors, just like humans. Among other things, it is believed that these beings heal with sound or music and prefer to eat raw foods or plants for nutrition instead of meat. The Pleiadian people are said to be very positive beings, always having a positive outlook on life. They believe that there is a higher power out there controlling everything, and they believe in karma as well. Pleiadians are also very spiritual beings who often practice telepathy as a means of communication with one another. Some of their technology includes healing lasers, time travel, and teleportation devices. The Pleiadian race is described as being very advanced compared to humans on Earth now. According to Dr. Sheldon Neidl and Barbara Marciniak, both of whom have written extensively on the subject of Pleiadians and other extraterrestrials, there are currently over 4 million Pleiadians on Earth. They are among us in physical form, walking among us, living next door to us. They may even be reading this article right now. If you've ever wondered if you might be a Pleiadian, here are some ways to tell. You may be a Pleiadian if you feel you don't belong on this planet and feel very different from most people around you. If you have always been interested in space and distant planets and are fascinated by the universe. If you are a deep thinker and have an insatiable thirst for knowledge, if you like to surround yourself with lots of greenery and nature, if you feel uncomfortable in large groups and public places and prefer to spend time alone or with small groups of people, if you have vivid dreams about flying or traveling through space, if you have memories of having lived in Sirius Andromeda or another faraway solar system or galaxy, they will seem more real than your present life on Earth. If you are very sensitive to loud noises, bright lights, big crowds, and chaotic situations, these things can make you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or unwell, even physically sick. If you're drawn to the ocean and have a sense of knowing about Atlantis, if you have an interest in healing modalities and alternative ways of healing, if you feel a calling to teach, help, or heal others, if the concept of ascension and ascending into greater consciousness appeals to you, if you believe we are all one, yet you feel different from others, if you are sensitive to electromagnetic fields or EMFs, such as computers and cell phones, if you feel more comfortable being in nature than in cities or large groups of people, if your ears stick out slightly, perhaps just one more than the other, if you often experience déjà vu or know how something will happen before it does, if you are highly sensitive and maybe an empath, if you are naturally intuitive, you may have psychic gifts. You may have a strong spiritual connection to the earth, nature, animals, and/or trees. If you may have had AT or UFO encounters, you may have an interest in sacred geometry, numerology, ancient civilizations, and symbolism. If you have a desire to be of service to others, these are the indications that you are a Pleiadian. In fact, many people are not just human, but also have some extraterrestrial DNA in them. If you're a Pleiadian, but these traits don't apply to you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not one. The majority of humans, however, have between 0% and 25% Pleiadian DNA. On the other hand, if some of these suggestions do apply to you, then you may indeed be a Pleiadian. We love you dearly. We are here with you. We are your family of light. Aho. This is a message to humanity from Aurora Ray, Ambassador of the Galactic Federation.
All right. So we have Lady Master Nada as one of the main Kohans of this ray, as well as the Pleiadian cluster. So whenever we connect with the Pleiadians, Lady Nada, we are helping ourselves be able to access more of this gateway ray into our life and into this planetary grid system as well. I love you too, Logan. So we're going to go ahead and go over a couple of crystals, and then we will wrap up and continue on. So the first crystal that I'm going to talk about is aquamarine. I mean, aquamarine has the name right there in it. I'm going to pull it up on the share screen for you guys so you guys can see. All right. Oh, what the heck? I was muted. I don't know why I was muted. So I'll read that again in case I didn't come through. Aquamarine is a water stone that evokes the purity of crystalline waters and the exhilaration and relaxation of the sea. It is calming, soothing, and cleansing. It inspires truth, trust, and letting go. Stone of courage and protection during travel. It is also good for communication, soothing anger, calming fear, and preventing nightmares. And here's my piece of aquamarine. Aquamarine looks just like adventurine quite a bit. The next stone, we're going to do turquoise. Turquoise, 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 the legendary turquoise. So it is believed to cleanse negative energy, promote communication, and bring good fortune. Turquoise also has water-like energy too. It brings protection, wisdom, and immortality. And that's something that the ancient Egyptians heavily believed in and why they used turquoise so much. Detoxes the body, boosts the immune system, and aids in absorption of nutrients. It's good for respiratory problems, sore throat, and migraines. Turquoise. And I actually have a turquoise necklace on that I got from Costa Rica a couple of years ago. It's got blue apatite as well, or chrysocolla. Next one, we're going to talk about, Kababa jasper. Kababa jasper. So Kababa jasper is good for calming and grounding, promotes emotional balance, physical healing, and spiritual growth. It is the stone of peace and tranquility. It helps soothe troubled minds, alleviating stress and anxiety. It's good for promoting self-love and compassion, makes it easier to open one's heart to both giving and receiving, and encourages emotional healing from past traumas, grief, and negative emotions, such as guilt and jealousy, helping us achieve emotional balance through our daily lives. That is Kababa jasper. And I do have a little piece of that as well for you guys to take a look at. Of course, it's not going to come through the clearest, but it's really cool looking. It's usually got like little circles and eye looking parts inside of it. Next one we're going to talk about is Lemurian calcite. So Lemurian aquatine calcite is a captivating gemstone with a unique blend of qualities. It's got the shades of pale blue and green, reminiscent of tranquil waters of Lemuria. It is known as blue onyx or blue calcite. And then when it comes to the properties, it is a stone of balance and harmony, helps in dispelling negative emotions from past experiences or present circumstances. It helps when you're feeling lonely and anxious, and it can also help you tap into more psychic powers and intuition while also accessing Lemurian DNA. Lemurian aquatine calcites. My room is lit up with this color right now. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I usually put my lights on in my room to the flame or the divine ray of the day that I'm working with. I guess I'll show you guys my Lemurian calcite. Little square piece, little cube. All right, so I'll do one more and then we will close out. Gotta get ready for a music festival. Let's go with dun, 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 dun. Adventuring. Adventuring, the stone of opportunity, brings luck, prosperity, emotional balance. Aventurine is a type of quartz, and it is good for the heart chakra, emotional healing and balance. It's known as the good luck stone. It also helps with clearing out any deficits. It brings flow through your chakras. It helps awaken latent memories. Slows down the aging process. And then it helps stimulate the physical growth of our cells. And that is Aqua or Adventurine. Dun, dun. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do our closing practice to clear out the energy, activate this Aqua ray cells. And again, I thank you guys for joining me today in this beautiful space. Go ahead and get yourself comfortable. Get ready to activate this energy into our field. Feel free to grab any of these crystals that we talked about. And you can place one in your hand, hold it in your hand. Then you can place another one. You can hold it on your thymus, right below your throat. And just go ahead and relax your body, relax the shoulders. Any parts of your body can have tension. Begin to breathe into it. And just breathe and allow yourself to begin to feel this energy. Breathing through our higher hearts. And as we breathe, we are streamlining the Aqua ray. There are any heavy emotions, any darkness that we are holding from ourselves and others. So may we surrender and allow it to release and let go out of the higher heart. Breathing to assist. Letting go of the stories, the identities, the attachments. Just letting it flow as energy. Full of gratitude and mercy for ourselves and the individuals. Envisioning ourselves being surrounded by dolphins and whales and mermaids. They splash and shine their aqua rays of light into our field. bringing joy and upliftment, purification. Mea sunakiana, nea shunene meate, ote na kuki no nate, meana soto na ayate, ea suneana ke. Staying with the breath, feeling this watery, crystalline energy. Taking a moment to be still, embracing the love, the healing. When we're ready, opening our eyes and returning to our physical world. As we close out, I thank you all for being a part of this journey, as this was the 8th ray, the Aqua with Violet Ray. And this will do it for this week. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday for the next episode at 9 a.m. Eastern, as we will dive into the 9th ray. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the comments. Feel free to hit the description to check out my link page for YouTube, retreat signups, and one-on-one services, as well as my social medias. Appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful weekend. (2023) Mother Gaia, third dimensional planet, ascending. Thank you from the Sacred Light Broadcast Network and Sacred Light Productions for tapping in and tuning in to all live and replay content, holistic, conscious, for your empowerment. Tap in to the Christ light within. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember that you are the one that you have been looking for. Enjoy this content. If you would like to collaborate or receive production through myself, Marcus ChristoLight, direct message or email me at marcustut23@gmail.com to discuss details. Wholeness and balanced love. Ashe.